In a quiet valley between two mountains stood an ancient wooden door, dark and carved with patterns no one understood. People said it had been standing there for hundreds of years, untouched by rain, storm, or time. No one knew who built it. No one knew what lay behind it. But everyone knew one thing: the door never opened. Many had tried, rich kings, brave soldiers, wise scholars, but the door remained still, as if it were asleep. In the same valley lived a young girl named Miriam. She was poor, clothed in simple fabric, yet her heart was rich with kindness. She helped her mother collect water every morning, fed birds with crumbs of bread, and smiled at everyone, even those who never smiled back. Life wasn't easy for her, but she was grateful for every breath Allah gave her. One evening, Miriam heard villagers whispering near the well. "The king has announced a reward," one man said. "Whoever opens the ancient door will receive gold enough for 10 lifetimes. People gasped. Women dreamed. Men planned. The valley buzzed with excitement, but Miriam just listened quietly. Gold never mattered to her. Her heart longed only for peace and barakah. Yet something inside her felt drawn to that mysterious door, as if the door itself was calling her. The next morning, crowds gathered before the tall door. The king's strongest soldiers pulled it with ropes. Nothing happened. Scholars traced the carvings, hoping to find hidden messages. Nothing happened. A wealthy man struck it with a hammer. The hammer broke, but the door didn't move. All day the valley echoed with frustration, arguments, and disappointment. As the sun began to set, the crowd slowly left. Only Miriam remained, standing at a distance. She wasn't thinking about gold. She was thinking about the stories she had heard since childhood, that the door protected something sacred, something meant only for hearts that carried light. She walked closer, taking small steps, afraid yet strangely calm. When she reached it, she placed her small hand on the cold wood. It felt warm under her touch, as if the door breathed like a living thing. She closed her eyes and whispered softly, "Ya Allah, if this door hides something good, let it open only for those you choose." Suddenly, a gentle wind brushed past her. The carvings on the door glowed faintly, like the moonlight had settled into the wood. Miriam stepped back, startled, but nothing else happened. No movement, no sound, just silence. She turned to walk away. Then Miriam froze. She looked back. The door had opened, just a little, only a tiny crack, enough to show a warm golden light leaking out. Her heart thumped. She called out, "Hello, is anyone there?" But she heard nothing in return. She stepped back, unsure if she should enter. The next day, villagers ran to the valley, shocked by what they saw. The ancient door slightly open. Who?" they cried. The king arrived, pushing through the excited crowd. "Who opened it?" he demanded. Miriam stood quietly at the back, unsure whether she should speak, but a child pointed at her. "I saw her here last night," he said. The villagers turned to her. Some were surprised, some laughed, some grew jealous. This poor girl, they couldn't believe it. Miriam lowered her eyes in shyness. The king stepped forward. "Come," he said. "Show us how you opened it." Miriam hesitated but obeyed. She walked slowly toward the door, while hundreds watched in silence. When she reached it, she gently placed her hand on the wood just as she did the night before. The carvings glowed again. The villagers gasped. The wind blew softly, and then, right before everyone, the door opened slowly, beautifully, fully revealing a breathtaking sight inside. Not treasure, not gold, but a garden filled with light. Every flower glowed like a small lantern. A river ran through it, sparkling like crystal. Trees spread their branches as if welcoming her. It felt like a piece of Jannah had touched the earth. The king stepped inside but immediately stumbled back. When others tried to enter, the light dimmed and the door slammed shut again. Panic spread among the crowd. "Why won't it open for us?" they cried. Miriam stood there quietly. The door slowly opened for her again. A wise old scholar approached her and said, "Child, this door is not a door of wood. It is a door of hearts. It opens only for those whose intentions are pure, whose kindness is sincere, and whose soul is free of greed." Miriam felt her eyes fill with tears. She never wanted gold. She only wanted goodness, and Allah had written this honor for her. The king bowed his head. "You deserve the reward more than anyone," he said. But Miriam shook her head gently. "I don't want gold. This garden belongs to Allah. Let it stay as it is." The scholar smiled. "Then Allah will reward you with something better than gold." From that day onward, people began treating Maryam with deep respect. They came to her for advice, for comfort, for blessings, because they believed Allah had chosen her heart. And Maryam continued living as she always had, humble, kind, grateful, and full of light. As years passed, the door remained closed for everyone else. But whenever Maryam needed comfort or wanted to pray in silence, the door opened for her alone. Inside that glowing garden, she felt Allah's mercy surround her like a warm embrace, and she learned one truth she carried forever. Some doors in this world are not opened by strength or power, only by hearts that shine with sincerity.